Hey everyone, this is Ray with the channel Lovewater Healing, and I'm here to do a reading for all my Geminis for the month of October. Let's get into that Gemini energy. We're going to ring the spell, but first I want you to make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Let's get into that Gemini energy. Okay, the energy is all over the place. It feels very hurried, and I want you to slow down. And there's three eyes that are looking back at me. Agreements. Let's see what it means. Imagine just for a moment that we're all connected, all different streams of consciousness originating from one source, experiencing and playing upon physical earth plane. It's all in all its shadow and light to develop, grow, and become more. The shadow and light cause tension and resistance and also allow us to see our ideas, thoughts, and creations manifest into the physical in order for us to create more and be pioneers, creating unfolding newness to the sheer joy of it. It would seem reasonable that our connectedness, we would sense anything out of balance. The natural order of the universe has all things moving back into balance in whatever way possible. We often call this an agreement, a contract, or karma, but can see these labels may not be what you think they are, for all is just moving back into balance, into love. So whether your attention goes to your family, friends, work colleagues, someone you bump into, someone you observe, someone you admire, someone you dislike, we are all in a contract, an agreement with each other to remind us of the love that we are. Agreements, Gemini. So what agreements have you made that maybe you're not feeling are working out for you? Make sure you check your sun, moon, and rising to get a full picture of what this month has in store for you, Gemini. Agreements, three eyes looking at you. So is it a 3-year contract? Do you have 3 different bosses? What are the 3 eyes looking at you, and why do you care so much? Because it's feeling a little bit anxiety ridden, like you're not able to do certain things or make certain things work as a result. And I want you to know that you can, and you're powerful. And Gemini, because you are so incredibly intelligent and smart, and you can move through so quickly, it's going to be amazing what you're able to do once the universe really understands who you are. And whoever you set this agreement with, you don't have to keep it, right? Agreements, contracts, all that stuff. It's up to you, but you don't have to. We all have choices in life. So remember that you have choices. Okay, so in the very beginning of month of October, it feels like there's a lot going on. There's a conflict or some kind of loss that's coming in that it doesn't feel good. And I want you to recognize and realize in this moment that it was an agreement you made. And because of that agreement, what did you agree away that you don't agree with anymore, right? You have to be truthful, really tell the truth here, Gemini. And you're not the only people who are getting this. You're not the only sign. But truth is going to be really super important. It's going to give you strength. If you're able to look at those 3 eyes that were looking at me at the beginning of this reading and be truthful, you're going to be able to create and do exactly what you want. Make sure you're paying attention to your dreams. Your intuition is going to be really spot on this month in October. But the shadow part of you is also coming forward because you made an agreement. You made an agreement and it doesn't feel good. And so you have to recognize, because something doesn't feel good, that you're not going to just stick with it, Gemini. You're not going to torture yourself. You're going to put yourself in a position that feels good, and you're going to push forward. You're going to tell the truth about it. Because out of the truth, comes the most wonderful things. You're able to truly see, first of all, who's in your corner and who isn't. And you can see what really brings you joy. You have the Lady of the Mirror. This is about reflection and not being judgmental towards yourself. The lady reminds you that your reflection of who you are is important. And we will have both sides of the coin. You're going to have the heads and you're going to have the tails. And that is just how life goes. So whatever you deal with here at the very beginning of the month, realize that telling the truth, paying attention to your intuition brings you into this next beautiful place where you're able to start like creating for yourself, and you can break those agreements. Or you can choose to go through and you can fulfill the agreement that you set forth, even if it doesn't bring you joy, realizing that straight away after that agreement is no longer and it is null and void, everything opens up for you. I create my financial, look at this, reality. I create beautiful abundance. You create, you create, you create. You are a reflection. Be non-judgmental of yourself. You have been judging yourself for too long, Gemini. You need to stop doing that, especially with the people that you love. If they are judging you and they're making you feel like you need to fulfill an agreement that you set forth to do, and this agreement no longer agrees with you, you don't have to do it. You have a choice. Why are you doing it? Why are you trying to fulfill something that does not bring you joy? You have to decide that, Gemini. But it feels like these three eyes are watching me. But I have to decide how much I care. How much do I care that these three eyes are watching me? Do I care? Or do I know that I'm good enough to be able to get and be and see the place of that next jump, that next excitement, that next, abundance that's coming in? Only because I chose to feel good. I chose to look at that shadow side and say, this no longer feels good. I no longer am part of this contract. This is null and void. Thank you for the experience, but I am moving on. And that's what you need to do. And that's what I got for you, Gemini. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. As always, love your water and love yourself. And I'll see you in the next video. I love you.